A new update in the case of Brian Laundrie speculates that Brian could have been deceased just 2 days after Gabby was reported missing. I'm Mackenzie, and let's get into all the new updates we have on this case. And subscribe to see any more updates that come out. A spokesperson in the Gabby Petito case has just claimed that there is a quote very good possibility that Brian Laundrie died 2 days after Gabby was reported missing. For a refresher, Gabby was reported missing on September 10th, 10 days after Brian came home from their trip without her. Brian's remains were just found and were skeletal by the time that police found them. Because of their condition, it's estimated the remains were at this location for close to a month. After this new timeline was developed, law enforcement have now determined that officers had mistaken a sighting of his mother for Brian a matter of days after Gabby was reported missing. The officer said this confusion likely did not change anything, it just gave police a lead and made them believe he was still alive at that date. Although law enforcement now believes that Brian was already deceased when they made this sighting that turned out to be his mother Roberta. Northport Police spokesperson Josh Taylor told People, quote, "He still needed to be found. We just wanted people to better understand why we thought we knew Brian was in his home." Roberta Laundrie was spotted driving her son's silver Mustang while wearing a baseball cap, which officers believed was Brian at that time. Apparently Brian and his mother have a similar build, and the circumstances led them to believe it was Brian in the car. Now we know the last time Brian was seen would have been September 12th, when Brian left his family home very upset. Despite police officer Todd Garrison telling reporters at a press conference on September 16th that he knew exactly where Brian was located, the Northport police spokesperson is now saying he was likely already dead when that was said, based on this new information. The police chief also said that the Laundrie family's refusal to cooperate with investigators added to this confusion, as that could have been cleared up if Roberta shared her movements with police at the time. He added, quote, "Now to be clear, none of this may have made a difference with respect to Brian's life, but it certainly would have prevented all of the false accusations leveled by so many against Chris and Roberta with respect to hiding Brian or otherwise financing an escape." Brian's remains were found last week, with the FBI confirming that they belonged to him after checking dental records. The remains were found shortly after Brian's parents went searching in a specific area of the park where they knew Brian liked to hike. So that's all for the updates as of now. Again, make sure to subscribe to the channel for any more updates on this case, as so much is coming out all the time. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you on the next one.